So you've been thinking about moving to Los Angeles? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you some reasons not to move here if you don't love it. Let's go do that now. Hi, I'm Lorilynn Failor with Living in Los Angeles. Now, if after this video you decide you still want to move here, whether you're moving in 9 or 90 days, give us a call, text, or email. All our information is below so that we can help you make a smooth move here to Los Angeles. Now, let's start off with don't move to Los Angeles if you don't love, great weather. Look at this. It's beautiful. 360 days out of 365, we have absolutely gorgeous weather. We are here today at Loyola Marymount University, which is in Playa Vista. We're right next door to Marina del Rey. And here's the marina down there. There's the Santa Monica Mountains in Santa Monica. And if you could look through those trees, you might be able to see downtown LA, but I can see it's probably just too far away for you in the camera. But it's gorgeous here. Like I said, the reason I said only 360 days is because 2 months out of the year, we have what's called May gray brings June gloom. Now that only applies to the beach cities. And we're at one of the beach cities. What that is it's the marine layer that comes in and covers everything. It's not to say it's not hazy in other places, but those 2 months out of the year, if you live near a beach city, you're going to get some of this May gray and June gloom. You live up in the valley, which is north up the 405 and into like Sherman Oaks, Studio City, then you're not going to have any of this marine layer. Now, we do have some rainy days. I'll have to tell you, we love rainy days because we don't get that much out here. So it's kind of nice when it's, a bit overcast and rainy. We also don't have the rain like you see on TV when there's flash floods. That's pretty much way up in the valleys. That's way out in the desert. So here in proper LA, we really, really don't have that. We also have very little humidity. Now, some of my LA friends would argue with you, but I'm from the South, and when I hear people upset about 5% humidity, I'm kind of giggling. Actually, I'm laughing at and with them because they really don't know what humidity is. You're also thinking, hey, you guys get earthquakes. Well, guess what? We're probably having one right now. You have 3 or 4 a day. You don't even know you're having them. You can't feel them. I've been here 22 years and I felt 4. And were they huge? No, it was sounded like a transformer popped. It sounded like my windows were rattling, like a big truck was going along. Felt like I was on roller skates. So you do notice those, but again, 22 years here and we've not really had a major earthquake here where I am. So moving on to don't move to LA if you don't love
beaches. Yes, that's what California, or Southern California, is known for. It's beaches. Here in Los Angeles, we've got 75 miles of coastline, and that is right around 100 beaches, believe it or not. Now, it's the Pacific Ocean, and I'm going to tell you, it can be cold at times, but when it's a hot day and you've been playing volleyball or just hanging out in the sand, you're going to enjoy that cold water. Also on the beaches, you can do picnicking. There's some beaches that have fire pits, bonfire pits, and you can fire them up. You reserve them, fire them up, and you can grill out there. There's cycling paths and walking paths. You'll see workout classes there at the beaches. There's surfing, body surfing, paddleboarding, hey, even fishing. And guess what? If you're a dog owner, a dog person, a few of the beaches do allow dogs on it, and boy, do they love running in the water.
Don't move to LA if you don't love
the outdoors. This is a great city to walk, bike, and hike. There's so many things to do. For example, you can hike up to the iconic Hollywood sign. It's a 6.5 mile hike. There's many trails to get there from easy to extreme. I've been up the backside, and I have been up the front side to the Hollywood sign. Then you have Runyon Canyon, that's in Hollywood, and that's an off-leash dog park. A lot of fun. Let's go up to Escondido Canyon, that's in Malibu. Well, there's 5 flowing creeks that you've got to cross over her. And at the very end, you're going to find an absolutely beautiful waterfall. It's gorgeous. You have Solstice Canyon as well, and it's a lot of history in one of the oldest stone buildings here in Los Angeles. Then you can hike in Griffith Park. Griffith Park is 4,300 acres. There's over 67 trails. You can hike to the Griffith Observatory. You can hike or walk over to the old LA Zoo. You can take Brush Canyon to Bronson Canyon, which this is the home of the Batman Cave. Also located in Griffith Park is the new LA Zoo. And just a few miles from that, you'll see the San Gabriel Mountains, the Angeles National Forest, and you can hike up in all those areas and do some camping as well.
Don't move to LA if you don't like
traffic. Let's face it, folks, nobody likes traffic. And you're in a large town. There's 502 square miles here in Los Angeles, 3.8 million people. So you do need to plan your traffic. It can be heavy in your prime times. It is heavy. You need to not look at miles. You need to look at time that it takes. There are times that it's not so bad. I drive all day long, and I'm fortunate I get to work a lot of my appointments around when traffic is not as heavy. If it's heavy, I leave it with plenty of time. They have HOV lanes here. They have fast track lanes. A fast track lane is a little monitor or a barcode in your car that if you're not a high occupancy vehicle, you can travel in the fast track lanes, and they're expanding those. So in the past 5 years, they've taken the metro train rail and they've expanded it. It goes all the way from Santa Monica up to Pasadena, downtown, Pomona, Long Beach. And right now they're working on it, currently expanding it through Beverly Hills and to the LAX airport. That airport one's not far from being finished. It also goes to the Forum, the Intuit where the Clippers play, the SoFi Stadium. It's about a 10 or 15 minutes walk, but it's better than sitting in a lot of traffic and paying $100 plus to park. Now, to get on the train, you can park daily for $3 in their parking lots, and Saturday and Sundays are free.
Don't move to LA if you don't love
a city with multiple job opportunities. Granted, there are fewer 9-to-5 with benefit jobs here, but there are a lot of round-the-clock jobs. You've got retail, you've got restaurant, which is food services, you've got health, you've got wellness, you've got fitness jobs. And granted, if you're not in a 9-to-5, you're probably going to miss all that ugly traffic that's out there. And since the pandemic, there's been a lot of jobs where people have worked from home and a lot of online jobs out there. There are actually 62,000 jobs right now in the number one industry here in Los Angeles, and that is the entertainment, film, TV, music, and gaming industry. The number two industry is aerospace, and there are quite a few openings there. The two centers for that is JPL up in Pasadena and NASA, that's the Armstrong Flight Research Center up in Edwards. You also have a plethora of job openings with the schools. The LAUSD is the Los Angeles Unified School District. They have actually over 75,000 people employed. You've got your major colleges, UCLA, USC. You have a lot of private schools as well.
Don't move to LA if you don't like
a lot of museums and art galleries. Why, there are more than 100 of them here, and you never run out. For example, we have the Natural History Museum. Right next door to that is the California Science Center, where you can see the shuttle and various exhibits that come and go. You have LACMA, that's the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. You have the Getty Center, which has all indoor art and then outdoor gardens that are absolutely beautiful. You have the Broad. You have the California African American Museum. You have the Battleship Iowa that's down in San Pedro. The Grammy Museum. You have the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. The Japanese American National Museum. And there are so many more that I can't even name. Most of these museums and art galleries are free, and the ones that are not, if you're a California resident, Monday through Fridays, they're usually free to go to between 3 and 5 o'clock.
Don't move to LA if you don't.
Love sports. Well, that's not entirely true because a lot of people in Los Angeles don't like professional sports, but we have a lot of sports of all nature. With basketball, we have the LA Clippers, we have the Los Angeles Lakers, and we have the women's LA Sparks. In football, we have the Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers, and of course for hockey, the Los Angeles Kings. In baseball, we have the famous Dodgers. For soccer, we have the LA Galaxy here, very famous soccer team. And we have a women's team, the Angel City Football Club Women's Social Club. We also have the LAFC, which is the Los Angeles Football Club of men's soccer. Every year we have the famous Los Angeles Marathon. And twice a year, we have Special Olympics, which is hosted here in Los Angeles. And in 2028, you guessed it, Los Angeles is hosting the Summer Olympics.
Don't move to LA if you don't love
Music. There are so many places here to see so many different types of music. It's like a coffee shop in every corner. You've got concerts that you pay for. You have some amazingly free concerts here, from the inside venues to outside venues to dive bars to hole in the walls. You can find a little bit of everything: pop, rock, alternative, hip hop, musical, indie artists, people that were famous, people that are upcoming and famous now. Some of those venues are such as the Kia Forum, which is near the SoFi Stadium. The artists that have been there in the past have been Drake and Queen. Yeah, Queen was huge many years ago. Janet Jackson, J-Lo, Niall Horn, Tim McGraw. You've got the Hollywood Bowl. Hollywood Bowl not only has artists, they also have concerts like the Disney concerts, jazz festivals. I've been there several times. Earth, Wind, and Fire's been there. Boyz II Men, country singer Chris Stapleton, John Fogerty, and another list. You've got a great small venue in West Hollywood called the Troubadour. Very famous. Randy Newman got his start there. Elton John's been there. Dada, Tony Ann, Gracie Porter. I actually saw Dennis Quaid's band there. It was pretty packed because it's a small venue. Then you have the Tara Graham Ballroom, the Ravenettes, Michael Gordon, Lords of Acid, among some of the many celebrities that have played there. So up in Hollywood, you have Whiskey A Go-Go. Yes, I've been there too. Very interesting. Jimi Hendrix played there, believe it or not. I didn't see him, of course, because I wasn't around then. Led Zeppelin, Nirvana. You've had Pink Floyd there. You've had Jesse Dayton. There's always somebody playing at Whiskey Go-Go. Pretty much there's always somebody playing at all these venues. You also have the Greek Theater, another outdoor event. I did see Duran Duran there. Bruce Springsteen's played there. Carlos Santana. Third Eye Blind played there. Dwight Yoakam's played there as well. Up in the Silver Lake Echo Park area, you have what's called the Echoplex. Echo's upstairs, Echoplex is downstairs. Guys, you're going to find a lot of great music here. A lot of indie artists come here to showcase their music. You have the Roxy Theater. Okay, who played at the Roxy in the past? Bob Marley. What about that? Blonde Shells played there. The Anniversaries played there. Bruce Springsteen played there. We have the Hollywood Palladium, Catalina Bar and Grill, the Wiltern. You've got the Fonda Theater. You've got the Walt Disney Concert Hall. A lot of great theaters there. Orchestras playing there as well. Guess what? You even have music played at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Yes, they do have a movie night, but they also have bands play there as well. Who would have guessed?
Don't move to LA if you don't love
Endless variety of cuisines, fabulous produce, and many talented chefs. LA now is a very health conscious city. We're very fortunate to have a lot of farmers up in the Central Coast that each city in LA on a given day and a certain time frame will come down, bring all their fresh and organic foods to you, and you can go in and shop the farmers market. It's actually a lot of fun too. You can try a lot of things there. That's kind of the way that I've learned to eat here, because I'm a very picky eater, and if my mother's watching this, I'm seeing her shaking her head yes. But I would go through the farmers market and get to try things. California actually leads also in the production of like avocados and almonds and figs, pistachios, and a whole bunch more things. So we're also very gluten-free. There are so many gluten-free options here, and yes, I am gluten-free. Different types of cuisine we have here. I can't name them all, but here's a few. Latin America, Filipino, French, Chinese, Japanese, Greek, wonderful Italian. We have Spanish. We have some great soul food here. Thai, Vietnamese, Mexican, Korean. Oh, and absolutely, we have American, such as hamburgers and seafood. As I said, there are so many types of fresh, organic, and great food here. And you also, if you're not a cook, you've got some great talented chefs here with a lot of restaurants that you can go try their food.
Don't move to LA if you love/like socializing after your 9-to-5 job, a happy hour, or just meetups. Now let me explain that. I lived in Nashville before I came here. Pretty much everybody had a 9-to-5 job because they didn't have round-the-clock opportunities like here in LA. They had a few, but not a whole lot. We would go out after work and meet somewhere to socialize and get to know each other and just enjoy everybody. Here, because it's 502 square miles of land with 3.8 million people, I'm going to tell you, people do not live close to where they work. Not everybody, but the majority of people do not. And it's quite dangerous to meet after your 9-to-5 job, which I said there's few left, to go out and have a drink and just hang out and then try to get in your car and drive home. It can be very dangerous, and again, it takes a long time. When I first came here, my girlfriend that's from Nashville and I would meet up at 5:30 after our 9-to-5 jobs. Nobody was out having happy hour drinks, and happy hour didn't start till 9 o'clock. All we'd see is families out and people having dinner. 9 o'clock came, boom, there was your crowd. People went home, they changed, they took Ubers in, they took taxis in. So it took us about a year to figure that out. So if you really love socializing after your 9-to-5 job, if you don't live near wherever it is you're going to socialize, don't move to LA. On to another interesting don't move to LA if you don't love coffee. I know, crazy. I didn't love coffee either, but I do now. There are 912 coffee shops in LA proper. Can you believe that? It's like every single corner has a coffee shop. And you know what? Yeah, they have tea and they offer food. And a lot of them are only open during the morning through lunchtime. It's kind of like going to Hawaii and seeing on every corner one of those ABC stores. I told one of my friends, if I was ever to leave real estate, I'd probably buy a coffee shop, because I'm telling you, they are everywhere and they're all pretty darn successful.